Hello. Welcome to episode 4 of Slumber Party.
Yay!
We're very excited to be here, and by the time this episode comes out, it's going to be the eve of the 1989 Taylor's Version release.
I'm so
sort
excited.
of like the same day, because it'll probably,
True.
at least if you're not
9
if you're
p.m.
not on the East Coast, it'll come out at least a couple hours early for you.
Actually, I was thinking
Right?
about that when, yes, I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh my god, when daylight savings happens, we have to wait till 10 p.m. now. And I'm like, all the East Coasters are like, we have to wait till midnight. But I'm like, oh, 10 now instead of 9.
Yeah.
In like a month.
We're privileged.
Yeah.
Over here. But I'm really excited, and to celebrate, we're going to do a 1989 draft, similar to the fall draft, but we're going to do songs off of 1989. Currently, obviously, we're not including vault tracks, because I'm not about to make my decision based on, like, a song title and a song title
my
only.
draft pick for the vault, Slut.
Yeah. No,
which is crazy.
I think one of mine would be which one is it? How does it go? We Don't Talk Anymore or something? Like, what is that one called?
By Selena Gomez?
I don't know.
In there?
I don't know all the names, but
I don't know either. I only
it's
know
something
Slut.
in that realm.
Yeah, I'm so excited because 1989 is always in my top 3 Taylor albums. It's always Folklore in 1989, and the third one always changes based on my mood, but it's always 1989. I think it's a perfect album.
I think it's a perfect album too, but it's not in my top 3.
Oh,
it's not in my
so
top
good.
3. I think it's just I like the styles of like some of the other albums better. But it's not that I don't like this style. It's just different. Yeah. Shout out.
Making my own tune to it too.
Yeah. But it is hard, and it's just hard to, because just like to prep for this, I was like kind of just ranking the album, and it's just hard. It's hard to rank.
I did have a hard time ranking them.
It wasn't complete rank. So I won't say that my draft picks are like my number 1 to my number 16. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I kind of did a little.
Yeah, and towards the end,
what could I really?
Towards the end, it was like these are very interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're all very good, but we're gonna have there's 16 songs total, including the deluxe version.
Oh yeah,
so you did those OG. Too, right?
Yeah. Okay, I think so.
So yeah. we'll have 8 each.
Yep.
And are we gonna do rock paper scissors again?
Yeah.
Or do I just like go first now?
No, definitely not.
Okay, 1 rock paper scissors.
Yeah. Rock paper scissors shoot.
You did that.
Me again. I'm just blessed.
You did that on purpose. Okay, Abby won.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out I am wearing blue for the viewers. In honor. Honor of. I like to.
My shorts are light blue.
Okay, that's good. You can't see them though.
Well, can't see your socks that you put on that were light blue.
Well, maybe when I get hot, you will, and I'll take off this blanket.
Okay.
But thank you for telling them that my socks are also light blue to match 1989. Okay. My first
Taylor's version.
Yeah, duh. I think that's implied.
Stop. What is your first one? Weird.
Okay, my first one is Wildest Dreams.
Oh,
is that random?
Like, that is very
really.
Whoa, that is not.
I'm like a little scared of your
first. That's your number 1.
I'm not. I told you it's not necessarily my rank, but it's like I love Wildest Dreams.
Okay, I don't have that attachment to that song.
I love Wildest Dreams, and when it comes on, like, because she already released Taylor's version of Wildest Dreams.
Oh,
and
yeah.
When it comes on, I'm just like, yeah, like this. Like every time it comes on, I'm like, this is so good.
Yeah, like it is good.
It just it gets me.
I
couldn't live
I never like catch myself like going to that one.
I just feel like I know what you're gonna say on yours.
Yeah, I know what my first one is gonna be.
And it's gonna be sad for me.
Okay, hold on. Let me take out Wildest Dreams from mine. Okay. My number 1 is Style.
Yeah. See, that was my number 2. That was my number 2.
My number 1 is Style
because
I think
so
it's.
Good.
I've always said I think it's a perfect pop song.
Yeah,
and she really did that. Like
I'm not mad
at
her
first pop album, and Style was a single, so good. And
I'm not mad at it. It's just like I am mad at it. Sorry, I I am mad at it, but I was mentally prepared because
because you knew that was gonna be
you were
mine.
gonna say that, and it was also my number 2. Like it was in between Wildest Dreams and Style for me, but I do feel like I really love Wildest Dreams, but Style is just so good. It's just so perfect. Like and I hear that in like restaurants and stores more now, especially because obviously she's getting really popular or is really popular again. So I've been hearing it, and like when I hear it out and about, like randomly, I'm like,
and just a little
like,
things
so
like in that, like, it's about Harry Styles. We all know that. I think Style is a great title name for that. And like in the chorus when she says "Take Me Home" or whatever, that was like their tour name or whatever when they were touring, was "Take Me Home" or whatever.
It goes so deep.
And I was like, oh my god. Anyways,
so there's a lot of reasons for that pick.
But it's not just about Harry Styles. I just think those are fun little tidbits.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm nervous. Now I have no idea. After your number 1 being Wildest Dreams, I have no idea what your ranking is.
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't know what my ranking is either. I'm like, am I sure? Okay, because by the way, I ranked this like last week, so I have not revisited this since then. So, okay, my next one is I Know Places.
No. And I knew you were gonna take that one.
I know. I thought you might think that was my number 1.
No, that was my top in my top 5.
Yeah. So love it.
And that
one is just Sorry, you go.
I don't know. Every time I hear that song, it reminds me of you in 2014. Like I do think that is like your song.
Yeah, you can picture my bedroom. I picture my bedroom like exactly how it was
with the records, the 1989 record, the Ed Sheeran records, like the Codaline. Do you have Codaline?
Yeah, Codaline. Yeah, I know. Like Vance Joy was. I was big.
Vance Joy.
I was big with like Vance Joy. In that year too. It was like Multiply, Ed Sheeran, 1989, and Vance Joy. Shoot, I can't remember the album name.
Whatever Riptide was on.
Yeah. I can picture the cover exactly because I drew on my board. Like, do you remember like on my whiteboard in my room? It was like drawn on like the album, but like a shell of the album. Like
that's
it wasn't
so good.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but I think that's I don't know. It just reminds me of
because the record click.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's so good. Okay, let me delete her.
Oh yeah, I need to get rid of Style so I know. Although it's kind of easy because
I feel like you could guess what my number 2 is.
Maybe. I think I have an idea.
And I think I was struggling with my number 1 and my number 2 as well. And my number 2 is going to be Out of the Woods.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I think like if I was gonna take some of these ones, I knew you would have taken those ones.
And I hate to choose both the songs that are supposedly about Harry Styles. That's so awkward.
Yeah. I could lose Out of the Woods because the bridge is amazing, but I love the whole song, so don't get me wrong. But I'm like, sometimes I like don't want to hear like the Out of the Woods, Out of the Woods, Out of the Woods. Like sometimes I'm not in the mood or whatever, but I love the bridge and I love the song as a whole.
It's just like iconic.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Okay, I knew you were gonna take that.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'm scared.
This is random. Like I'm looking at my list and I'm like, this is random. Okay, my next one is You Are in Love.
Yeah, that was really up there for me.
Like, it feels better when I steal one of yours.
Well,
like, it feels better than when you're like, that was at the bottom of my list.
Yeah, Wildest Dreams was not up there, but that one was.
You Are in Love. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah,
it's just so
that's
good.
one of the songs that, like, I didn't really listen to back then when 1989 came out, but I loved it more, like, recently, like, in the past couple years. But I felt like I was missing out.
Yeah, I just feel like when I like was doing this, I was trying to like if I could only take 8 songs off the album and like only listen to those songs, I wanted it to be a good curated mix. Like some slow, some like fast. Like I was trying to like make it like a good like give me a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I was at. But anyway, You Are in Love, that's my next one.
Okay, well mine, gives a little variety also.
Okay.
This Love is my number 3.
Oh, okay. I'll take it off.
And
Oh,
that
shoot. What was... Oh, yeah.
that also, Taylor's version is out for This
Mhm.
Love. And it's just so good because I've been listening to it more, and it plays at my work. So I hear it a lot, and I just am like, it's so good. And I've always loved that song.
I love it, except it wasn't super high. It wasn't super low,
Uh,
but it was more middle of the road for me, but not because I shouldn't have to repeat myself. I love all the songs on this
Yeah.
album. But anyway, yeah, I feel like that one gets a lot of it gets overlooked a lot. And just like
I love it.
Fandom.
I've always loved it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Next, where are we?
4.
Okay. Clean. I'm
Okay.
gonna say Clean.
This is rude. A lot of my top ones are going.
Sorry.
Okay, there's 2 that I really want
It's interesting
that you still haven't taken. I'm scared. Okay.
We'll see where they're on the list.
I feel like this is only fun for us.
No.
Okay. Wait, what did you just
Clean.
took Clean?
And if you're bored, don't listen to the album.
Yeah, and then you would understand. Also, H.G. Hayes just came out with his album review of 1989.
Oh, really?
I haven't watched it yet, though.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I'm excited.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I don't know what to say about Clean, but that is up there for me also. And one time, I remember I was listening to Clean, and I was, like, driving, and then it said, the rain came pouring.
Mm-hmm.
And it started raining. It really did. Well, sprinkling.
Oh, okay.
But it was a moment I had. It was incredible.
Yeah,
it was
that's great. That's really good. Was it night?
No, it was like during the day, but it was like cloudy.
Okay, yeah, because it was raining. So
yeah, so there was some rain clouds.
That's cool. I like that. Symbolic.
Yeah, and I loved that, and I love that song and her speech that she made before.
Yeah, I do. Or what do you mean?
The one about how she had to go to court for that thing in her documentary.
Do you mean okay? No, I'm like thinking of something, but I don't know if you're thinking of that same thing. And so
it was like in Miss Americana.
Okay.
She had a speech at one of her shows because she was like, "Oh, a year ago today, I was like sitting in a courtroom because of the guy that like assaulted her."
Yeah, I remember that.
And
it was like before
then she
sang Clean.
Played Clean.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that. I was just like thinking of the clip or a clip where she was like talking about the meaning of Clean and stuff, and she was like, I just like pictured like punching a hole in the roof and then like the rain like washing away.
I never heard that.
Like
I love that.
And that's what it is. Like
yeah, I love that.
Finally clean. Okay. Yours is next.
Mine, I feel like you're gonna be like, that is so weird. Not weird, but like maybe you won't.
I'm
because
you know this. I'm getting nervous.
Okay, number 4 is I Wish You Would.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be your reaction.
I mean, no, that's pretty high. That's like a decent spot on my list.
Okay, good. I love that song.
I like that one too.
It's so good, and I'm always like this. It's 2 a.m. I've always done that. And then I saw someone on TikTok do that. It was like a hand motion, by the way, for the listeners.
It was interesting. It wasn't very, like, clear on what that hand motion was.
I'm going to actually stop talking about it.
Okay. No, yeah, that was actually... I won't say exactly where it was, but no, I don't think that's, like, shocking. Like, I think when I was looking at the songs over, I was like, you know what? Like, I never really think of it, but, like, yeah.
It's so good.
Okay, my next one is All You Had to Do Was Say.
That is the only other one I wanted. Like, badly. Tears in my eyes a little bit.
Should have put it up higher.
No.
Shouldn't have got it quick. Should have got it quicker.
But the other ones were just too good. I'm so mad. Okay.
I'm happy about that.
Because you took mine.
Woo. Yeah, That's a part of the reason for sure. For sure.
Okay, well, I love that song. And that's like one of the songs where it's like happy beat, sad
Yeah,
lyrics.
because
And I love
that's the
songs
track.
like
That's
that.
track 5. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good. I'm having a crisis.
Scrambling. She's scrambling.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
And I love that, and I want to hear like her do an acoustic for. Wait, she did on tour. She did a surprise song for it, but like I want to hear it like recorded, like in like all you had to do was say sad version,
sad girl
autumn version, yeah, and place that with All Too Well 10-minute version.
Yeah, I just feel like if we do a poll on the Instagram of whose draft pick people will like better for this, you have style and Out of the Woods, and that's anchoring you right now.
Yeah, well, I just have the hits so far. Yeah. Okay, my number 5 is gonna be.
Okay, pause for dramatic effect.
New Romantics.
Okay. I'll take it off my list. That was you're always like one off from what I was like. It's like one away what I was gonna do. But yeah. No, that was up there too. But I'm not super sad about it. I like the song, but it's not anything like revolutionary for me.
Oh my god, I think it's so revolutionary.
I know. I know a lot of people think that. I know a lot of people like love that song, and like, I do like it.
She sang it right after she announced 1989 Taylor's version on tour. Yeah, and she sang New Romantics. Like that is iconic.
Yeah, no, but that's a really good song. But I will say my next one, which I like better.
I know what you're gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say. Which is Wonderland.
Yeah, that was my next one.
I like Wonderland. Also, Wonderland is like I feel like kind of special to me because I feel like that was. With 1989, I remember being with my friend at her house, and we were in her basement. I don't know what she had like a bedroom in the basement that we would sleep in. And anyway, we were just like listening to Wonderland, and I was like, "This is just good." Like I just love this song.
That is like,
and so I just have that memory attached to it.
That song is so 2014. Mm-hmm. Like out of all these songs on the album, I'm like Wonderland like brings me back to that time.
Yeah, I feel like I would say the same about New Romantics, but it kind of got more popular more recently.
Yeah, that's true.
But I do remember listening to it in the day.
But like Wonderland is so 2014. Anyways. Okay. Now it's like
don't
hard.
Say this next one that I don't want you to say whatever.
I'm nervous. Abby, I'm nervous, and I know which one I'm gonna get at the end. I know what the last one is gonna be for both of us.
Okay, go.
Okay, wait, I'm thinking. Okay, number 6, Bad Blood.
Okay, yeah, I like Bad Blood.
That bridge is so good.
Okay. I feel like I can't say it because I have a comparing opinion, so I like can't say it yet. But Bad Blood's good. That's tough.
I'm so nervous now that we're getting towards the end.
Okay, my next one is How You Get the Girl.
I know you're gonna say that. Yeah, I know you're gonna say that.
Okay. That's a really good one too. Sister song. I mean, I consider All You Had to Do Was Stay, I Wish You Would, and How You Get the Girl are like all the same.
They're the trio. They're the trio.
They are.
And then like This Love, Clean are together.
And I would say also
You're in Love.
You're in Love is also in there. And then there's like Style, Out of the Woods, Bad Bloods, Blank Space.
Yeah.
Are also sisters.
Okay, while we're on the topic, my number 7 is Blank Space.
Okay. Okay,
who's gonna get what? I think I know. Sorry.
Mine is Welcome to New York.
Oh, that was my last.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that better than Shake It Off.
I think they're pretty even for me.
So honestly. You're happy then?
I don't know.
Okay. I think Welcome to New York is fun. Like
it is. It's just kind of annoying.
My ranking? To me? I had Welcome to New York before Bad Blood and Blank Space.
And that was last.
So, just so everyone knows that Welcome to New York isn't just my last pick. It was like high up above other picks. Higher up.
I like it, but if there was a skip on the album, no, I would also skip Shake It Off probably.
I don't know. Something about it was like her entering her era. And like
I know.
all that. And I like that.
I know.
So.
I'm not gonna hate on it because I don't hate it.
Okay, good.
So my 8 is Shake It Off.
Okay.
By the way.
So my final is Wildest Dreams, I Know Places, You Are in Love, Clean, All You Had to Do Is Stay, How You Get the Girl, and Welcome to New York.
That's good.
I like good. I need to.
I have like I think every single ever.
Well, Wildest Dreams was a single.
Yeah. Well, she had a lot of singles from 1989 anyway.
Yeah, she did.
Anyways, I have Style, Out of the Woods, This Love, I Wish You Would, New Romantics, Bad Blood, Blank Space, Shake It Off.
Wow, you do have all like
Style, Out of the Woods, Bad Blood, Blank Space, and Shake It Off. And I have one slow song. I'm happy. Just because I went second.
I'm super happy with mine. Like I'm gotta win that rock paper scissors next time, and you'll be good.
Okay, well, I'm happy with the top of mine. Mm-hmm. No, I like them all. I like them all.
Okay, so with that, happy 1989, Taylor's version.
Go stream.
Go stream at 9 p.m. if you
Pacific Standard Time.
Standard Time, yeah. All right. Transition.
The breathing?
And for the seamless transition.
This is so seamless.
This is super
You don't even
seamless.
know what's happening. So, in 2014...
You can't even comprehend how we moved on to the next topic.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
In 2014, I was 13 years old.
That's a tough age. Well, I was 14, so not that far off.
I just turned a teenager. And when it came out...
I just turned a teenager.
When did it come out? What month was it?
October?
I think it was October.
I think so. I think it was like October 14th or something.
Oh my god, our niece's birthday.
Actually. Maybe that's why.
I will look it up while I'm telling the story, but I was like, that was like really deep. Like, I've always been a fangirl, and I always will. But, that was like deep into it when I was like first starting, and I know exactly who I was a fangirl of back then, and it's embarrassing to admit. I'm gonna say it though.
Okay.
Any guesses?
Shoot.
I feel like you went through a lot of October 27th.
27th? Oh,
it's
my bad.
The same day.
My bad, guys.
It's literally the same day.
I think the 14th is in my head because of our niece.
Okay, anyways, it's the same day. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Exactly any
13
guesses? Years late.
Yeah. That's why she did it.
13 years. Wow, I can't do math.
I said that's why she did it.
I was like, I think
it. 9 years. I mean, she did it because it was 13 years.
Yeah, it was 13 years. That's the only girl math I support.
Today, my number at the place I went to today was 13.
Wow.
Okay. Any guesses on who I stand in 2014?
I actually can't think of this because you've been there. I could say so many things. Do you mean like a singer, like an artist, or like YouTuber?
It's someone
like getting YouTuber vibes?
No, it's someone
like Tyler Oakley.
Was that
2014 or
I did meet Tyler Oakley. Actually, I'm gonna say like this: these people, I don't actually necessarily know exactly what year, but it was definitely around this time, and. It was indeed MagCon.
Oh no,
and you were never in it.
No, I wasn't.
And that's why I'm more embarrassed because you were never in there with me.
Proud, I was never.
Because you were like Tumblr, and I was like Vine. Like you were cool, I was not.
Yeah, like when I was like, vlogs aren't in anymore. You don't talk. You just put video clips of music.
There's a video clip of me taking a vlog on my GoPro, and I was like, we're gonna go set up Christmas decorations. Okay, guys, we're gonna do, a montage, whatever. And then she was like, vlogs aren't cool anymore, Lauren.
But I was like lighthearted.
Was it?
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I watch this.
I was like, I watch vlogs all the time. Yeah. Well, I loved it. I loved MagCon back in the day.
Yeah, 2014, I don't know, angsty era for me. I was definitely in that like style of like skater skirts, high top Converse, and like Brandy Melville. Like that was the style.
Yeah.
That was it.
I was never in that. First of all, if I walked into a Brandy Melville, I think they would have taken me out back and spat on me. Because they're like, no one.
Do you think this would fit? No.
Yeah.
Get out the store.
Like, take me to the back, shoot my foot or something. I don't know. Like, the door was not big enough for me to get to.
I mean, I didn't have a lot of it because they didn't have any stores.
Yeah, where
here
we
they
were,
only had them in California. So only when we went out of town. And then I think I ordered like one shirt online. But that was a big deal in 2014 era because that like Prime wasn't a thing. Like I don't know, and I was like didn't have money. Like I was 14, didn't have a job,
not working yet.
But yeah, Brandy Melville skater skirts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Converse
I wore ugly clothes. I'll say it.
I mean, my first
all I wore was graphic t-shirts.
I was in my first year of high school when 1989 came out, which
I was in 8th grade.
Crazy. And I'm just picturing my first day of school outfit, which was what I just said. Except I had braces.
I don't remember. I probably wore like a t-shirt and jeans because I would never wear shorts in high school. To high school, like I was too insecure for that. I was never showing my legs. Like maybe I would wear a dress. That would be crazy. But I was always that's why I always wore jeans or like leggings or something.
That's a bad time. That is
even though it was like 150 degrees outside, I'm like, I'm not wearing shorts. I'm too insecure.
Yeah, high school and middle school. I always think about how whenever I think about being in that environment, I'm so grateful to not be in it anymore. Like I'm not
especially when like TikTok's a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God
TikTok was not a thing because I was already, and I still am, but like, especially in that place where like you're surrounded by people constantly, but you're also surrounded by like judgmental teenagers and like you're so insecure and then like people like everyone cares so much about everything. Like no one's just like I'm just doing me because like you hit the I'm just doing me when you're like I feel like early 20s, like not even quite college yet.
Yeah.
But I feel like in high school everyone cares about what everyone's thinking. You have to be cool.
Everything's such a big deal.
Yeah, and you
because
just, like,
that's the only thing in your life.
Like being perceived all the time. It's hell.
So we get a lot of people that come into my work that are like young girls, groups of girls, whatever. But these 3 girls came in the other day, and I was so scared of them. Because, like, I was trying to talk to them. They weren't talking to me. And I could tell they were, like, in middle school or high school. Oh, my God. They had, like, their bags. They were obviously, like...
No, yeah, they're still
rich,
intimidating.
like... And they're, like...
Upper class.
And very, like, okay, TikTok-y. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Besides, like, you're influenced by TikTok. Which, same. But, like... in like middle school and high school, I'm like, oh my God, I would actually be so scared of them.
It's just really,
I'm sorry to these 3 little girls. I'm so scared of you. Really you would pick me apart.
Because one time I was in a bathroom and they were playing like actually a Taylor Swift song, and I was like washing my hands, and there was like these 2 girls, like, and they were definitely maybe middle or high school or something, and they were like singing along, and I don't know, but why I felt like I should say something. I like said something like a joke or like I was just like I don't know, I'm interacting.
You said something about the song though.
Yeah, about like the music playing because they were also like listening to it, like they were clearly like singing and stuff and being silly, and they just like looked at me, like they're just like and I was like, oh shoot,
it's bad.
I was like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Like, I think it was like a niche Taylor Swift song. I think it was like Invisible String or something. Like it was something off of Folklore, and it was like this was like a year ago, probably. So it was before like Eras Tour and all that. And so it was
What
like
did you say
more niche.
though? Were
I don't
you like,
remember what I said. I think I wiped it. I think I blacked out. I think I blacked out. And then I also, if I didn't black out, I definitely wiped it from my memory.
Yeah,
because I was
that's
like,
fair.
that was like horrible. Like, they were not receptive. And then I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Sometimes things don't land.
Groups
and I don't
of
know why I tried
teenagers are
with teenage
no,
girls.
that is like the worst.
I don't know why I
audience.
did that. Yeah. Never again.
Teenagers are so scary to me, and I bet people. No, I don't know if people were scared of me. I wasn't.
Oh, I was not intimidating.
No, like I was not like mean girl. I don't think. Hopefully not.
Actually, I feel like
I was like not cool. I feel like.
No, you were always cool. I feel like you were like naturally funny. You had like fun friends. Like, you kind of had like a diverse friend group.
Okay, well, in the moment, I felt like the most. No, I felt like not cool. Like I had like I had great friends and stuff, but like, and then you see the popular kids, and you're like, well, I'm not there.
It's just the comparison.
And then you see that, but maybe I'm just thinking too much about it.
I was not in the top tier. I was in like
adjacent.
I wasn't even adjacent, but if there's like tier groups, I was like 3. I was like number 3 on the tier list.
I wouldn't even be able to rank.
If I was to say, because like I interacted with some of them, but never close friends. It was, like
in my mind, nobody from high school remembers my name.
Well, yeah,
and I hope they don't.
That's how I feel too, because I'm like, if I
don't.
see someone in person, I'm not inclined to like. I'm just not like sociable like that.
No,
I am more introverted. That is a part of it, but yeah, it's just like. I think they're not going to know who I am. And then I'm just going to embarrass myself. So I'm like, I'm avoiding the situation.
Also, like now that I get older and I'm like not really like close with like a ton of people from high school, I feel like it's also hard for me to like remember a name, and I don't want to like say something if it's like, and it's like you look familiar, but like not enough for me to say something.
Yeah, luckily that doesn't happen too often where I am running.
It happens too often to me now that I'm living back near where I went to high school.
That sucks, yeah.
Now I'm seeing people come into my work, or I go into other people that are working, or we're in the same place at the same time.
I work from home, so it's a very it's a bubble.
Yeah. Every time I'm like talking to someone and I'm not prepared, I can feel my face heating up.
Oh my gosh.
I can feel it heating. And I'm like, I know I'm red.
Oh, my face gets red.
Yeah.
This might be a little 2014 coded.
Okay.
Because I was in 8th grade, which I still would have been at the end of my 8th grade year in 2014, in the first half. So, in 8th grade, my face got red all the time. I do get red when I get embarrassed, or like even when I'm not embarrassed and I'm just like eyes are on me for too long. Like it happens even now when I'm like talking to strangers. Yeah. And like I've just been talking for too long and I'm like, like I get nervous.
Like, someone fill this face, please.
It's just like I get nervous of like someone focusing on me like that, especially when I don't know them or whatever. But it happens all the time when you're in school because things happen all the time. Like, so yeah, my face still gets red, but just like the chances are just way lower than they used to be. Anyway, in middle school, 8th grade specifically, I don't know who started it. I don't know how it happened. I think it was honestly my friends started it because they were like playfully joking, but they started calling it like Abby Red, like a color. Like,
that is so sad.
Were like, yeah, like we're calling like things like Abby Red, or like, oh, she's going Abby Red.
That is so mean.
Things like that, And then I remember I was walking with my friend home, or we were somewhere. We were walking after school, and I think I started crying, and I was like, I really don't like that joke. Like, yeah. I really don't like that.
It's not fun when you're the butt of the joke.
Because then I remember it happening in class one day. In class one day, and everyone was laughing. And, like, I was, like, laughing too. But, like, and then I'm laughing and getting worse.
Red, yeah.
More red. Even if I'm joking along, I'm still getting more red. Because you just get red when you're, like, laughing. And we also, like, kind of triggers your tears too. So
and you're like, I'm cry laughing, but also I'm crying because this is happening.
Yeah, and that was the moment. That was my tipping point. And then I was like, I really don't like that. And like luckily like my friends really were nice and like it didn't happen after that. So that's good. But they're
Yeah.
like, oh, she was like, oh, I didn't realize like it was like such a big deal, but no, like we'll stop.
Yeah,
And then they did. But that
well,
was
yeah.
so it was very a thing. Like I got read a lot.
Like this is not even just towards your friends, it's just towards like anything. Like when it's like one thing to like make fun of your friends. Like I think that's like a common
Like
thing.
tease.
Yeah. But when it's like every time you're like
Or something
the
you're
butt, the joke or
extra
something.
insecure about.
Yeah,
It
you're
can just
insecure about
hit a
it.
nerve.
People keep bringing it up. You're like, or something that like you did.
Mm-hmm.
Like this happens a lot to me, probably with you guys the most, like family, which is like doesn't hurt as much, I don't think. But it's like you'll like people bring up things and you're like, I am not proud of whatever that moment was. And I know you
I get
probably know like specific moments, but like
no, but I get
I'm like
that.
I'm not. I just kissed the microphone. I'm just like not proud of moments, and I'm like, why would you keep bringing it up? Like, please forget it. I'm trying to forget it, and then like you bringing it up again is making it worse.
Yeah,
not
totally.
General you.
No,
but like it does happen to me sometimes. I'm like, oh, that's the worst.
I totally get that. I feel the same way about certain things like that. I also had another teacher, and it was actually I was sunburned. I remember I like did some community service thing and I was like sunburned on my face and I had to present in class and obviously no one wants to present, but he like called on me to go. Lauren, this actually happened. And now I'm like transported.
Was it like in high school?
This was in middle school.
Middle school?
And I think I was in 7th grade. I don't remember his name.
Was it like history?
I think it was a history class or social studies, I guess they called it in middle
school. The worst
school.
teachers, I'll say.
Yeah, so I can picture the classroom and I can kind of picture him, but I don't remember his name. But he was like, so he called on me to go and he was like, are you embarrassed? Because my face was sunburnt. Because my face was sunburnt. And I was like, well, one, like, what if it was my face getting red? Why would you say that?
Exactly.
At all? Why would you say that at all?
And you're like a vulnerable middle schooler?
Yeah, like, and I said, like, no, like, I'm sunburnt. But I shouldn't even have to say that. Like, you should just not say, are you embarrassed? Yeah, to a 13-year-old.
You're like, no, I know I have to present.
Yeah, it's like, of course, like, I don't want to present. Like, this is not my cup of tea. I've never been a public speaker. I still am not a public speaker.
No, me neither.
And so, yeah, that actually happened. And it wasn't because I was red. It was just my sunburn. Like, I legitimately had a sunburn. But
that's the worst.
Yeah, how dare he? Who would say that? Like, genuinely, who would say that? And why would you say that?
Some teachers, I'm like, you are... And it's always a man.
Yeah, there was... Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want a male teacher, actually. There's been one male teacher that I've liked that I can think of. And he was, like, old.
Who was he?
English.
Oh, yeah.
You know him.
I know him. I liked him, too.
Yeah, from high school. But that was, like, the only one I can think of that I was like, you're decent. Mm-hmm. You're actually a decent human being.
Yeah. Anyway. And
sorry to the male teachers.
Sorry to the male teachers, but do better. Do better. Be better. No. Yeah. Like, I just think it's... If you think you're a decent person, like, okay, like, then do the extra step. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're going to teach students, like,
you have to know that they're vulnerable about things or, like...
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like, I just don't understand people sometimes. But, yeah, I'm just... Back to the TikTok thing. Like, I'm so glad TikTok was not a thing.
Instagram.
Oh, my God.
Like, Instagram was, like, a thing. But, like, that... is not as extreme as TikTok is right now.
And there were influencers, but it was so different. Just so different. And now it's, like, constantly, like, advertised to, like, trends going so fast. Like, I do feel bad for people who are in high school. Like, you're not only dealing with, like, yourself, like, coming of age and, like, that's a big transition and just the normal horrors of high school, like, on top of just, like, TikTok. Like, oh my God, I can't imagine posting a TikTok of myself in high school and, like, and then subjecting myself to, like, the scrutiny of, like, my peers. Like, I would just be so, like, terrified of that.
I know.
So, honestly, like, they have balls for doing that.
Yeah. Thank God.
You said it.
Yeah, the only thing was, like, Instagram, and and, like, Vine was a big thing, but Vine was like, it was like normal if someone like posted a Vine.
Because it's just like shorter. There usually
Yeah.
weren't anything serious or like trying to be something. It was
No,
just
it's actually insane how people got popular on Vine, and they only had 6 seconds.
6 seconds. It's pretty impressive.
It is very
to become
impressive.
like Vine famous.
And Vine is so iconic that like people on TikTok still are like comment like this
Vine
is Vine
references
energy or
or-
whatever.
yeah.
Vine energy because it's so short and it's like
Mm.
funny and like it was such a good concept. Only
Yeah.
6 seconds. Like the fact that Shawn Mendes got popular for singing. Oh, and he was in MadCon.
Oh yeah.
Back to that, he was in MadCon, which is crazy. But he was never my favorite.
Oh,
but
who's
I
your
did.
favorite?
Well, I liked Jack and Jack.
Okay.
You know them?
Yeah.
Jack and Jack.
I do. I'm not gonna say that.
But Jack Galinsky was hotter. That we all thought he was.
Yes.
But then he was like a
No
terrible
offense.
person, I guess he ended
Oh.
up being, because like him and Madison Beer dated, and he had like audios come out of him like.
Oh my god! What the heck?
Anyways,
Matt
but now I think
yeah.
he has a baby. Same with Nash Grier.
I think that's right.
But then Matthew Espinoza.
And Kean Lawley just had a baby.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was also like.
Didn't you tell me
thing.
Coast was the name?
Yeah, Coast. And then Matthew Espinoza was like me and my best friend.
Why can't I picture his face? I know who that is. I just can't, like, for some reason.
He's not special.
I'm like, I could picture all the rest of the people you just said, but for some reason
he wasn't
I can't.
like one of the big. I mean, like there wasn't that many of them, but like everyone knows Nash Grier, everyone knows Cameron Dallas.
Yeah, and Nash
like,
is like really cool now.
He is. He's got a cool family. And,
yeah,
like very
just like
I wish he
Family
was
Guy.
my favorite, but like Matthew Espinoza, I was like I love him. He was so annoying. Like looking back, I'm like, oh my god, I'm embarrassed.
That was kind of an annoying era, though.
It was
like of YouTube,
like Lele. Sorry, I don't want to say it about a girl, but like Lele Pons, like King Batch, like the things that just like actually are not funny, like falling or whatever.
Yeah,
like on purpose is like not funny. Okay, anyways.
When it's like repeated and repeated.
Yeah,
and yeah,
but like those are the people I can think of. But I definitely had a fan account for MadCon, and that was like the first like fan fictions I read.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
I didn't want to admit it. I did though. And then I also had a fan account for Theo James.
Wait, I actually kind of remember that. I kind of actually remember that.
Yeah, and you
were obsessed with him, and I was like, he is a grown man. You were like, he's so hot, he's so hot. I'm like, he's 35. Like,
yeah, and doesn't make him any less hot.
No, he's hot, but like as me in that age, I was like, that's not what I'm into.
Like. Abby, but him and Divergent, like into like a 17-year-old girl.
Even like
actually so bad looking.
Harry Styles like felt really old. Not like I was still very much like Harry Styles girl, like all that. But I was like doing the math in my head. You know how you're like, how close are we?
Yeah, like do I actually have a chance?
Right, and it still felt like really far apart. I don't know how far we are, like 6 or 7 years apart from Harry.
Yeah.
6, I think. I think 6.
Well,
which is not that bad now. I'm like, okay, like I have a chance.
Bring him.
Do I have a chance, guys? Do I have
a
chance with Harry?
Do you think I have a chance with Theo James, guys? He's what, 40 now?
It could be. I'm guessing 42.
Well,
I'm gonna guess 42.
I remember talking. I think we were in Missouri with Chelsea, our oldest sister. And we were like, you could marry Niall Horan. And we could be siblings.
That. Yes, because me and Chelsea went to the One Direction concert. And we were like in the 5th row on the floor.
That's insane. And I didn't go.
Okay, now I have to tell it. Because we literally bought our tickets that day.
I'm cutting into this. Theo James is 38.
Okay, I said 42.
It's almost 40.
Sorry. But yeah, he was still in his 30s back when that was happening then.
No, he would have been like 29.
No.
9 years ago?
31. He was 31 then.
He's...
Wait.
38.
Whoa, guys. so
What?
why can't I do my
I don't
like
know.
I promise this is not normal. Like this is not
I promise
normal.
she's smarter than me.
Okay. Yes, you're right. Okay, he was late 20s.
Which is not bad when I was like 13, right? Just kidding. Just
I don't remember
kidding.
what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, we were buying One Direction tickets literally the day of the concert, and I was in PE. Like
Yeah,
I was in PE,
because you guys did it
and I
like
had to put my phone away, so I
last
was like,
period or
just
something.
get them, and then I had to like go put them away and
Why
change.
wasn't I invited?
I don't
Is it
remember.
because
You were too young.
Have like $100?
Yeah, probably. I don't remember. I mean, there must have been a couple circumstances. Like maybe you were already busy. Like I don't know what you were doing at that.
I wouldn't have been busy.
I don't know. I don't remember. But we went, and I think the Niall conversation came up because Chelsea was like in her sling.
Yeah.
And we were like so close, and he like at one point he like did this like
Oh
at
my
us.
God.
And I know like it's gonna sound delusional, like that like they like saw
No,
us.
they looked at you.
But no, like he literally went like this, and so we were like, he saw us.
Like he imitated like
Oh, sorry,
her in
yeah.
a sling.
He was like, yeah, he did like a little jig with it.
Oh
with
my
his
God,
arm
he's so
up,
Irish.
like it was in a sling.
Yeah.
So it felt like that was towards us, and I also had a moment with Harry. And I know no one's gonna believe it.
No, because I remember you telling me that, and then we were trying to find videos of
And
it.
we found one.
And we found a video. I think it was on Vine.
It was on Vine. And I tried to
We
find
found
it
the
years
video,
since.
and
And
what did he do? He like
he was
pointed
like,
to
because
you.
I was like doing like handguns. I was 14. Please, please, please. Don't make
Handguns
fun
are
of me.
cool. Make handguns cool.
But
again.
I
mean, not like that. Not like real.
Like finger guns. Finger guns.
Not real guns, guys, please.
Now I get what people say when they're like, that was taken out of context.
Yeah. Okay. Is that bad though? No, that's still a cool
like
thing.
finger guns. Like, hey, like
Make finger guns.
I just
cool
remember
again.
that was
I like them.
in 2014, like my 14-year-old self, like I think all my friends did it to each other.
Yeah.
So anyway, I like was doing that at him, and he like I don't remember what exactly he did, but he was like making hand motions.
Yeah.
And then it was like during What Makes You Beautiful, and we like found a Vine of like when it happened and all this, and I was like, that was it, that was it, because someone had like taken a video and posted.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I tried to find it, and I think there's been times where I've literally gone on YouTube and like looked up that exact concert and tried to like find it.
Yeah.
So I could maybe try to do that again.
Yeah.
But
just go down a rabbit hole.
It's tough. It's tough to find like someone taking a whole video of a concert from 2014.
Right. But they would do it.
Yeah,
it's just going to be in the deep, deep depths of.
They're also like not. It's not going to be like good quality, and
Right.
sometimes they're like filming certain people. Like
they're like, and they're in
like
in the 300s.
Yeah, yeah. So that was an amazing night.
Yeah.
Sorry you weren't there.
It's okay.
But yeah, also they were only like $100.
Yeah,
tickets.
which is insane, and you guys were on the floor. It's okay. I don't try to regret things. Even though I was saying earlier that I do regret some stuff.
Yeah, my friends like do get mad at me for that still. Because they're like, we had our tickets for months and we were like this far back and like whatever. And
I would be mad too.
Yeah.
You know?
It was, I don't know. It was
like
all,
when
it was
you're
all
that
Chelsea,
person. Yeah.
she figured it all out.
Yeah.
I just kind of paid and showed up.
Anyways, our sister could have married Niall Horan. But now she's married with 2 babies. But we love it. We love Trevor. Hi, Trevor.
Yeah, shout out. Oh, he's gonna love that.
Shout out. Love it. Our sister's husband now, who is not Niall Horan. It's okay though. It could be one of us. I mean, you're locked into a relationship, and I mean, Niall, hit me up.
Sorry,
no, I think he has a girlfriend actually.
Celebrity hall pass.
I don't know if I would choose him. I love Niall Horan, but like, there's.
I mean, I would be choosing Harry.
I would. Sorry. I do love Niall Horan. Maybe if one of the two.
I mean, am I going to be picky if the option?
I don't even have a hall pass. Like, I'm just gonna do it. I don't need to hall pass it.
I'm not gonna be picky if like a 1D member is coming in like
right.
I'm YN.
I am YN. Yeah. Well. On that note, let's do our reading.
Okay.
watching, listening.
Okay.
So let's do listening.
You start.
Oh shoot, I was gonna say you start.
I'm trying to think
Well,
of what if
I'll
there's
just
a
say
hyperfixation right now for me.
my hyperfixation is always Taylor, but I'm gonna go off of that just because
Yeah.
I mean, never too much Taylor, but I was listening to Ariana Grande on the way over. I know she's controversial right now though,
Yeah.
but I was listening to her on the way over, and sometimes she just hits, and I
Yeah,
love
you
her.
were definitely into Ariana Grande like a way that have never been.
Yeah, I went to her concert in
Not that
2019, I think.
she's not very talented.
Yeah,
But
it was like right before I graduated. I think I went to her concert.
okay, you know what I'm gonna say for mine because this I haven't been listening to it a lot, but I'm about to because it came on my shuffle and I was like, I forgot. How did I forget? This just came out this year.
I'm listening.
Whoa, I was a million miles a minute there.
I'm listening. Who is it?
It's Emily, I'm Sorry. Boy Genius.
Oh, sorry. I always pick like an artist. I never pick like an actual song.
I'm just picking that song because it came on in the car today and I feel like I just haven't listened to it in a while and I was like, I forgot how much I love this song. So it's about to be
Have
repeated.
you listened to the rest?
I have, but only like once.
I haven't ever touched
I've only
it yet.
listened to it once through and I was working.
I feel like a fake fan.
So I wasn't like, I couldn't like bring up any honorable mentions. Like, I need to listen more.
I'm feel like a fake fan. I haven't even listened to it at all, but I haven't seen anything about it really. Anyway,
that's okay. But yeah, I love that song. Listen to that song if you haven't heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good. And when she sang it at the concert, I was like, yeah, like this is the moment.
Yeah, that's so good.
I just love that song. And it's not even just because I love Phoebe so much. She's my girl. Mm-hmm. But she's just, that's just a good song. She's very talented. I love her voice. Well, I love her songwriting.
All of them. But that's her.
I love all of them.
Her song.
Yeah, I mean say like I don't just like it because it's like Phoebe Bridgers like main like she like leads on the song, but
I'm gonna pick a specific song then because you did. So I'm just gonna pick my favorite Ariana Grande song, which is "Greedy."
Can you sing a little bit? Greedy.
Woo! Know that I'm greedy for love.
Yeah, I know
that song is so good. Okay. Reading. You can go first.
Okay, so I just finished a book like yesterday. And it was called My Dark Vanessa. It was kind of
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was really good. The writing is beautiful. Okay. I love like so descriptive, like the writing is how I wish I could write. Like what I wish I could just do naturally. Like
sometimes
I love it.
I'm like, what if I just sit in the coffee shop and I write a book?
I just like,
and then I feel like no, I actually don't know grammar.
I feel like deep down in my soul, I'm like meant to be a consumer, like consumer of arts and an appreciator of arts and things like that.
Not a producer.
Not a creator. I just don't like as much as I know and can appreciate like good things or like not even good things, but just like things that I like or like I'm into, my tastes. I feel like I'm not very like creative in that way.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, oh, I wish I could, and maybe if like I was given like a topic, I could write a really good essay about a topic, but like coming up with something off my own like
no, it's crazy
ideas is like really hard for me. So
that's how I feel about like people that write fantasy books because I've kind of been in like a fantasy kick right now. Which I haven't been before like this year, but I'm like, how do you come up with a whole new world? You come up with a whole new vocabulary of words, which sometimes I'm like, why do we have to do that? Like, I actually can't pronounce them. In my head, it's like, and then he was like, he went to the, and I'm like, it's never going to be an actual word. But I'm like, you are coming up with the whole thing. You're coming up with a whole like government system and like all this politics. And I'm like, I don't know how people actually just like, and not only that, they're coming up with like, they're coming up with the whole series, 5 books worth.
It's like building the world and then like a plot and characters, and just like every
and
bit
making
of it.
I'm sure all like come back around and like all come together.
And I've obviously talked about how I was reading the Harry Potter books and finished them. And I watched all the movies this weekend, and that was like really one of the things I was thinking about. And like, not a JK stan. Like, I'm not a
Mm-mm.
JK Rowling stan,
No.
obviously.
Oh my God. Did you see what her Twitter post recently?
No.
Oh.
I'm not up to date, I guess. But I'm definitely not a fan of her, so don't get me wrong, but like, I will say she's pretty genius for the whole Harry Potter like situation.
It's
Like,
good.
she's like people can correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, like, she's pretty self-made, like, didn't have any, like, she had editors, but no one helping her write or come up with the stories. And like, when I was watching the movies, I was like, this is crazy how she thought of all of this.
I don't
then
get
put it onto paper in like a way that's like very like not only easy, but like also just like really well done and good to consume. Like,
and
it's
like very
entertaining,
detailed.
it's detailed, it's easy, like, it's just perfect.
Yeah.
And I just think she's
And good for like all ages.
So she's just like, just objectively, like, character aside, like, she's objectively super talented and like did a really, so like, I was just like, how do people do
for
that?
me, I'm
I
just like,
don't.
that's it. Like, yeah, some like fantasy books are like whatever. Like, I haven't read a lot, but like, I'm like, fantasy I feel like is so hard because it's like, it is not the real world. You're not just like doing it based on a small town and
like
Michigan
maybe something
or
you're
whatever.
familiar with.
Yeah,
like
like it's
up a whole thing.
it's completely different. Okay, anyways.
That's what I'm saying. I just feel like I'm meant to be a consumer. Anyway,
Yeah.
the whole thing was that beautiful writing. I wish I could write like that, but the topic is really dark.
Yeah.
So
it's in the name.
Yeah. So it's a really like sad.
What's like the big trigger
like,
warning?
It's like age gap. It's not just age gap. It's like underage student and teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it kind of goes between like her in that moment, like with like the story of how it all developed and stuff, and then it like cuts to her in like the present moment, which is like 2017, and it's like in the like light of like the Me Too movement and stuff, is like all these stuff coming out about him and her reflecting on it and stuff, because she's just, it's really sad because she's like very affected by the situation,
of course,
but she doesn't like, for most of it, she like doesn't believe she's like a victim. Like, she thinks like he didn't do this with everyone, or like she's just like very still like brainwashed by him.
Yeah,
like
I want to read that
life, and just how it affected her. And it's really dark and sad, but just like very well written and like very well done.
I feel like
I gave it 5 stars, which is really rare for me. I don't give a lot of 5 stars.
I feel like we just should talk about that for an episode, but we can talk about that later.
About what?
Like age gap media portrayal, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
age gap portrayal in the media.
Yeah,
specifically Pretty Little Liars. Okay, I just want to talk about that, but it's a different episode. I'm reading. I'll just quickly say what I'm reading because like a lot of people probably don't know. But I'm reading Vow of Thieves, which is the second book of the Dance of Thieves, and it's fantasy.
Yeah,
and it's a duology.
The fantasy, like,
I am. It's that season,
mm-hmm.
you know.
For sure.
And I just like it because it's very. I was kind of in a reading slump, and fantasy is very action packed, and I'm like, I need something like that's like having like fights or whatever.
Yeah, I can get that where it's like,
whatever.
Like, it's an exciting plot
and
usually.
I like because I like that it's plot, like something else is happening and then there's like this romance. Like, I like romance not being the main part of the book because I do like a little romance. Can't ever get that out of me. But I like that with the romance, it's like there's a reason for them to be so dramatic because it is life or death. Like, when I read like a literary fiction or like a romance novel, I'm like, it ain't that serious. Just talk to each other.
Right.
But like in fantasy, I'm like, no, they're like kidnapped and like
it is that serious.
They are gonna die if they don't. Yeah.
Like Peeta and Katniss.
Yeah.
It's like this
really is.
This is dramatic.
So I love.
You deserve
to
be dramatic.
Drama. But yeah, and for my watching, I just rewatched Fleabag.
I've been wanting to. Yeah. I've been wanting to rewatch that.
Oh, so that was my most recent thing that I was watching. But
nice. Yeah, I'll just say again, like the Harry Potter movies. I did that this weekend, and it was a big thing. It was a lot of movies. That is a lot of hours.
And they're so long. They're so long.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense why they're long.
I think like the most we watched in a day was like 2.5.
Yeah, and
And that wasn't even every
that
day.
takes up a lot of your time.
It does take up a lot of your time. We
'Cause
definitely
most of them
broke
are
it up.
up to like closer to 3 hours, I feel like.
They're like 2.5. They're like closer. Like they all kind
to
of
me 2.5 is closer to 3 than
that's still like really long. But yeah, we could never get like 3 movies in one day.
No.
It was a lot of like, okay, we like watch this, like let's just start another one and see how far we get and then just continue it later. But those movies are just excellent, and yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm watching, or what I watched this week.
Well,
so that's that.
On that note, we'll wrap
On
it
that
up. Please stream 1989.
note,
Comes out in
the
12
free,
hours
the
when this
free
drops.
Taylor promo that she doesn't need.
Yeah, literally. In 12 hours from when this drops, it will drop.
Literally.
And please follow us on social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Listen on
Link
Spotify
in bio.
and Apple, and rate the podcast, please. Like,
Yeah.
I think any sort of anything helps.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks
and listening.
Okay, bye.
Bye.